Breakfast Club. We have a special guest in the building.
It's the ODB, kid. Old Danny Brown.
Danny Brown. Morning, sir.
Chilling, man. How you doing, man?
Welcome to the Breakfast Club.
Thank you for having me.
Now I see you running around with big dogs like Paul Rosenberg now. They tweeting about you.
Yeah, I mean, Paul. I've been working with Paul for like a year now. Maybe
Okay.
A year and a half.
You about to jump to a major label, Shady? Maybe.
Nah. I don't think I can make the kind of music I make on a major label.
Even being signed to somebody like
Yeah,
yourself?
no, I wouldn't say that that's true. I think
you
you could just because of the, you have the catalog already. You've proven yourself.
Yeah, that's true. But I don't know. I just like to be able to breathe artistically and be able to take as much time as I need to make my music. And being on a major label, you got deadlines. You just got a lot of stuff. You have a lot of loopholes to go through with making music. So
You
I
don't
don't
like
know.
rules, huh?
I just like being independent, man.
And it's good for you because you've been selling out shows, going on
Yeah,
tours, doing
yeah.
everything, loyal fan base already.
I mean, I feel like I'm doing everything a major artist do, to be honest.
I mean,
You
pretty
getting head
much.
on stage? Some major artists ain't getting head on stage.
yeah,
Danny Brown.
see, I mean, that's, yeah. I
Explain to
mean,
the people,
I
explain to the
mean,
people what that was. Like, you were performing.
man, I just did too much Molly that day, man.
You were performing
That's
and
just
she
true.
was performing.
I mean, it happened so fast. I would just say that. And plus, I was
Wow, so
performing.
you were fast?
I'm saying, like, I don't know. I was just in the moment. You know how stuff happens. You just gotta live in the moment. It was one of those times I just lived in the moment. I
How
just
were
went
you-
with the flow.
How are you already hard though?
I
Because
would
they
think
said
the
she
same
jumped
thing.
on stage.
Cause see what really happened? It was like 3 different groups of girls, right?
Okay.
And I would, get kind of close, and they would keep grabbing my dick and shit. So I was like, all right, oh, my bad, I'm supposed to cuss.
Yeah, maybe you should.
okay.
Maybe independent is the route for you. Go ahead.
Okay, it was grabbing your dick and shit.
Okay, they kept
All right.
grabbing my dick and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, she was just there by herself, and I guess that was her way to,
Stand out.
Yeah, so she just flipped the top,
Okay. And
Did you bust off and everything?
Nah, I kind of need a little more attention than that.
Yeah, I got
to get
performance
where I need to
anxiety.
go,
How many people was there? How many was?
See, that was the worst thing about it. It made me feel so bad because it was like maybe like a few white dudes that was just like getting pushed. People started pushing. You could just see the look on their face like, ah! It was like torture getting closer and closer to the black,
Penis.
Yeah.
A woman
It was
like that,
destroying their
though.
life. I don't know. I know they didn't pay to see that. They came to
Got
see
you.
a show. They came to see me rap. They ain't see me. They ain't come to see me get the sped on stage.
That's how I
was
feel when I
nice
go
of
to a
you.
Maxwell show. You
Yeah,
go to a
yeah, you
Maxwell
gotta
show, you
care
got
about
all
the
that
fans.
thrusting. That ain't
so-
for me.
Nah.
Now,
I
a
was
woman
like,
like
okay.
that, if she was like, oh, here's my number, call me later.
No, I actually talked to her after the show. She was a nice young lady. Bless that girl heart.
Nice
Did you
young
give her
lady.
another chance to do it right?
I mean, she was on her period.
And?
What?
You the ODB, kid.
I mean-
a period don't stop nothing but a sentence.
I'm not saying I ain't never ran the red light before, but at that time we just met.
We just met.
I got to get a little more acquainted. You know what I'm saying?
Now, do you have a relationship with Eminem? Because you from
I
Detroit.
met him a few times. That's
Okay.
just about it. But we work with all the same people, so it's like he the big homie.
Yeah.
You know,
I would think
I look
Paul,
up to him a lot.
I would think Paul Rosenberg would have introduced y'all and like
Yeah,
I don't
we
know,
kicked
maybe
it
some
in.
mentorship maybe.
I think in Germany or somewhere we was at, but that was only it though.
Now, you mentioned before you did Molly's. Are you still using Molly's?
No, I don't, because it's not really good anymore.
What do you mean?
I
not
mean,
pure.
it's just so cut. I mean,
Yeah.
in Europe, I'd do it if I was in Europe or Spain. That's where it's, because I mean, I guess the way if you look at it over there with the dance music culture and stuff like that, the way they look at like MDMA is the way we probably look at marijuana over here. So they want the best and the top of the top.
It's pure over there. It's not pure
and
hitting.
it's just so good, and you have a great time. You party all night.
What does Molly do for you?
For me, I mean, just make me have fun. It just bring out I mean, no matter how, regardless of the situation I'm going through, if I could take that and I don't care no more. I just have fun after that.
But I
I
read
do whatever I want to do. I can say that.
You do that
times,
anyway, Danny. Bro. I
yeah,
don't
but
know if
it
you
been
know
kind
You
of
can tell
times
by your
where,
hair, sir.
Yes, this is true. But it been times where I know that I've pulled off certain maneuvers and situations that I was like, man, if I didn't have that Molly, I don't think that would have happened.
No, boy.
So
You can blame a lot of stupid stuff on drug use too. Like when
This
you do
is
something
true.
wild, it's like, oh,
This is
Danny's
true.
just high.
yeah, but that's why I calmed down a lot.
You stopped drinking lean too, right?
Yeah, I had to though. That was like the worst for me. Like you would rather probably have me doing Molly than doing lean.
You actually look like you lost weight.
I lost a lot of
definitely
weight
since then.
actually. Yeah,
Because of drugs or just in general?
The lean.
I mean, stop drinking lean.
Why did you start? You had a bad trip or something? Or?
No, it just was affecting my work.
And you was getting fat.
And I was getting fat. You can't be wearing Balmain and
You said you was
Rick Owens and all that looking pregnant. You know what I'm saying? It just don't look
Everybody
right.
who comes out here who
Balmain,
complains
yeah.
about being fat is because of them damn Balmain jeans.
Balmain
Mustard
jeans.
was here. And Mustard was like, I just want to lose weight to be able to fit in the Balmain jeans.
See, that's why I'm through with the Balmain now for a minute. You know?
Go get PRPS or something.
I like more custom clothes now. Or I like shopping at like boutiques like Oak that have their own brand, and then, you know, they have a little extra stuff too. Because I don't know, I'm just not so caught up in labels and stuff no more, man. I just really rather just wear what I want to wear, and then you can't get that either, you know.
Now, you always been caught up in labels? 'Cause I was reading that you was a big-time drug dealer back in the day.
I wouldn't say big time.
big time. Yeah, I don't know about
I wouldn't
that.
say big time.
You got a little extensive rap sheet going
But
on.
I've been around big time things. I would say that. But for me, I was a spot worker. I was a worker.
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't never selling weight or nothing like that.
Like 7 grams, half ounce?
No, I was getting like ounces. I was getting zips.
Okay.
Zips are hard. Yeah, we talking too.
Most I ever got to was 14 grams, half ounce.
Keep telling us something again.
I went to jail for it. So
I went to jail for it too.
I
All
paid
my
debt to
dues is
society.
paid. I'm straight. I did my 8 months. I'm good.
What
But
was
you said you always knew since you were younger that you wanted to be a rapper.
Yeah, I started rapping in kindergarten. Like literally, I was a show and tell, and I didn't know what show and tell was. I didn't even know, and I didn't know what else to do. So I just rapped in front of the class, and the class went crazy. Like, you know, that was tight, and the teacher was like, "Dang, that was tight." Like you. So I just kept doing it.
I heard Dr. Seuss was a huge inspiration for you.
Yeah, because my mom said.
I thought he was joking. Nah, go ahead.
No, seriously, my mom said she used to read me mad Dr. Seuss books before I was able to talk. So then when I started saying words, I started saying them in rhyme.
Right.
Like I'd be like, "Hi, bye," or whatever I would say, I would just rhyme it, you know? So I don't know. Maybe just like, I think rappers are boring in some sense because it takes so much to be a good rapper, and people don't realize that.
High
You know?
and by isn't much of a stretch, Dan.
I know, but I was only 3 and 4 years old, Charlamagne. Come on.
Do you remember your first show and tell
I wasn't
rhyme?
trying to rhyme orange then, you know?
Got you. Do you remember your first show and tell rhyme?
I mean, it was probably something, you know, my name is D, I'm in the place to be. You know that old simple ABC 1980s type. My bad.
What did teachers tell you when you said you wanted to be a rapper in Detroit? They're like, no,
Everybody
go
used
work
to
at the
laugh
factory.
at it because they got to think back then. It was like the late '80s, early '90s. People didn't look at a rapper like a job. Like everybody stood up and said they want to be a basketball player. Or
Yeah.
They want to be this and that. And I would
That's
say a
a
rapper,
job,
and they'll be
yeah.
like, a rapper? Like what is that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But now you probably go to a school, the whole class probably say they want to.
Everybody want to rap now.
You know, so I
bet
picked
you
the right
used to
job.
battle
I guess.
rap, battle rap too.
I love battle rap.
You do?
Yeah.
Are you good at it?
I wouldn't battle. No, I'm more of a songwriter. I would say.
'Cause I think people, just because of the movie 8 Mile, when they think
Absolutely.
of Detroit, they think everybody just has battle rap.
I
So-
think it was more of an open mic scene more so than battling. Actually, for me, I came around kind of late. Like I was in the street, so I wasn't going to really like open mic stuff. And then when I started trying to rap, it was already like dying. So it was already kind of a rap for it.
How'd you get so impactful? Because I mean, like you said, you're an independent artist, but you've been on places that most signed artists haven't been on.
I mean,
Cause
Spin
I'm
Magazine.
cool, man. I just think I'm cool, man. I mean, I think at the end of the day,
Cool.
it's the truth. Like I think at the end of the day, man, like rap music is so like stereotyped, and they expect you to be so much of, you know what I'm saying? So, and I'm not that. You know, I did all that street stuff anybody else can talk about. We can go there, but when it comes to the music, I care more about the music than anything. You know.
MTV described you as one of rap's most unique figures in recent memory. Is this something that you purposely try to do, or is this just the way it is?
I just think it's the artists that influence me and the stuff that I care about.
Who
like
influenced
even,
you?
I mean, in that sense of like, yeah, I mean, like my favorite rappers growing up was like Nas and E40 and, you know, and another big one was like Dizzy Rascal for me. But like, I still looked at artists like Arthur Lee and Ian Curtis, and you know what I'm saying? And like right now I'm studying Bjork like crazy, you know? So I pull all these influences and I put them into my world of rap music, you know? And I think, like, that's why I get the good reviews and all that. I like the critics because they know how much work and how much time I put into these projects, you know?
But I think what's most interesting is that your performance is actually phenomenal, which is a hard thing, I think, sometimes in hip hop, for people to come out there and rock the crowd and have fun and have everybody excited and dancing and everything.
But to me, that was just like a real like choice of mine because I knew that like I make a lot of stuff that's like, you know, slow tempo, deep music type stuff, and I would go out there and try to perform this type of music, and people just look at you crazy like. So I got to the point where I was like, I'm gonna have to make music to perform, but still have to be able to cover my ground and have this type of music, you know. So when you come to my shows, it's like a party. If people ain't in there trying to kill themselves, man, and I ain't having fun.
You
know
want
what
to
I'm
make
saying?
people suicidal, Dan?
I mean, I just want to see people. I just want to see people have fun and hurt themselves. You know,
Hurt themselves
Yeah.
and have fun.
If
So
you
you
don't leave-
couldn't, So you wouldn't perform like $25. That's
I perform
$25,
$25,
but it's a little more slow. And
Yeah, that's not something I didn't plan on when I made it. I didn't plan on performing it. Just that the fact it's doing good and stuff. So people want to hear it, so I got to play it.
Why $25? Why that number?
I mean, that's how much my mom used to charge to braid your hair.
Got you.
And
She charge you.
and like another thing where I tell people about that song is I pulled from that concept from Bill Withers. He had a song called Grandma's Hands. If you guys ever heard that. And I don't know, I got influenced by that. And I was just thinking, like, I need to write a song kind of like that, what my moms do. Like, what she do with her hands, And my mom used to braid hair, and that's pretty much how she took care of us,
So what about image-wise? Like, is this like something you purposely try to do? Like, you'll come up with the green in my hair to be different?
I think I do a lot of things spontaneous, though. I don't really, like, super like playing stuff. Like I go shopping, I just see stuff I like and buy it. I don't think about the consequences of what people gonna think about me.
Where did the
I
green
just do
hair
what I
come
want to
from?
do. The Grinch to save Christmas. I'm the
Dope.
Grinch that saved hip hop.
Okay.
Because I think about that because I'm trying to imagine you on the block selling rock with green hair, standing out like a target. People probably mad at you, like, could you making us hot?
No, when I was on the block, I had the struggle braids. I had the nasty fuzzy. I had the afro on
Meek
top of the
Mills?
braids. Yeah,
Okay.
The Meek Mills early days. Yeah, I had those for sure. That's the spot worker hairdo right there.
So what was your epiphany that made you be like, okay, I can't sell crack no more?
Going to jail.
Went to jail.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah,
but-
jail.
That usually does
Going
it.
to jail.
That did it for me. Not the
But-
first time though.
I mean, I got caught and they put me on probation. And I just, just being young and dumb, I just instantly violated probation. Like, whatever, started smoking weed and just went right back to the block. And that probably lasted about a year. And then they got caught up with me. And that just,
Were you one of those guys that was on probation like me who used to smoke and try to be clean?
No, I just never went to see my probation officer ever.
Oh, yeah,
I
that'll-
just probably went like a couple times, like,
That'll do
do
it.
the check-in. And I was like, you know what? Holla when you see me.
That'll get you violated.
That'll
Who
do
was
it.
some of the first artists that embraced you?
The first artist, I guess the big deal was Tony Yayo. for me.
Really?
Yeah.
How?
I used to
Y'all did a
work.
mixtape together, right?
Yeah, I used to work in the studio when I used to come out here like early 2000s in Queens called Fire and Ice. And there used to be a lot of people there, Stack Bundles, Nicki Minaj, like a lot of Queens people used to be in there. So I used to record there. And then when that studio got shut down, the engineer of that studio, he started working for Yayo. And Yayo came to Detroit to shoot the SWAT 2 movie. So they was just hit, the engineer came with him. So he my homie, he just hit me up, like, come through. And I came through the hotel, we just chilling, smoking and stuff. And he's like, my homie rap, play Yayo a couple joints. Yayo's like, no, you out here with me today. You leaving with me now.
Right.
I'm like, all right, whatever. And then I left with Yayo. I was with him for like 3 or 4 months, just kicking it. You know what I'm saying?
So
Is
he put
it
back in New
true?
York.
Is it true 50 wanted to sign you, but your jeans were
Yeah,
too
he
tight?
liked me. He liked my music, but he just didn't like the way
Your
I dressed.
image, yeah.
Which I can't,
That is a dumb
that's
reason
the
not to
thing.
sign nobody.
I know.
But at
because
that time, remember, if he was different now, he was way different when
Yeah.
50 came out in the G Unit with the
Man, I love 50, but 50 had G-Unit tank tops, okay? Those were the greatest fashion statement.
Did he ever do
that was
that?
another thing I used to say to myself too. Like if 50 Cent don't like my clothes, then maybe I'm doing something kind of good. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I do look kind of
But
tight.
did it
you
ever
know?
cross your mind? Did it ever cross your mind to say, well, maybe I should just, try
Yeah, I used to think about stuff like that, but I'm too old, man. I just turned 33 years old. I was probably like 28 or something back then. I couldn't sleep at night doing something somebody else wanted me to do. You know what I'm
So
saying?
he actually told you, I can't
One
sign
day he
you.
just got pissed. I had these for real. Like he kept telling me though, like, man, you just gotta loosen up a little bit. You just a little too extreme. You gotta look unapproachable. I was like, I don't know. I want people to approach me. I like the yiddies. But anyway. So one day I just kept, me and Yayo used to go shopping. Yayo used to buy what he buy. I used to buy what I buy,
Yeah.
So I had these white skinnies. They was like super, super tight.
white skinny means skinny jeans. Skinny
Yeah,
jeans.
yeah, he's super, super tight. Like literally like the tightest I can go. I don't know. Maybe I was trying.
Puerto Rican looking.
Yeah, he just got pissed off.
He
Like,
got pissed off.
he got pissed off.
What'd he
Like, I
say?
don't want this around me. J.O., you got this around me with these tight pants on.
Wow.
People gonna think we on some fruity. You know what I'm saying? And then that day in my head, I already was like, I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying?
gosh.
And I think I probably stayed with you for about 3 days, and I went back home.
So you mean to tell me he told you that you weren't approachable?
He said he wanted me to be non-approachable, like look gangster.
Yeah, put on a bulletproof vest and carry a gun all the time like they did.
I guess. But at the end of the day, the thing about it is nothing negative was in that situation. They literally took care of me, took me on tour. I learned so much from being around them.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? From what to do and what not to do. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, it made me know, like, I've seen that close to being on a major label and going through the stuff that he was going through. And it just made me want to be more indie.
Have you seen 50 Cent?
Nah. I haven't seen Yayo either. None of them.
Kendrick Lamar took a liking to you too. I remember
That's the homie.
Yeah, he
That's
did an
the
interview with my homegirl Nessa. Shout out to Nessa Nitty. He said that he wanted to make you a member of Black Hippie if he could.
I feel like I already am. You know,
Hey,
like
you
them the
remember
bros.
Axl?
I'm like the fifth member. You know what I'm saying? So we them the brothers, man. That's like me and Q went on tour for like on the ASAP tour. We was out for like 3 months together. So just being around him every day, you build relationships with certain rappers, but with them it's like more of a family thing, man.
Why would you ever think of signing the TDE? Or you just don't want to do the major label thing?
I just don't want to do. I'm more happy like just being on Food's Gold, to be honest.
Right.
How important is money to you?
How important is money to me? I mean, I like nice clothes and stuff, but far as money, I don't know. I never want to feel like a prostitute. Money don't make me wake up. Money don't move me.
Because if
Hey, Danny, I just want you to know you would only be a prostitute if you were having sex for money.
I know what I'm saying. Like I be feeling like like a lot of people call your bluff type thing. Like I can't be bought in that situation.
Got you.
But but I work hard for my money. I'd rather go out there and work for it than to sit around and beg for it. I'm gonna go out and hustle type. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Talk about the Detroit rap scene a little bit, because people always talk about Detroit is so serious, and there's certain ways to go through Detroit. Talk about that a little bit.
I mean, the rap scene is just probably like every other rap scene. Like people back home don't listen to Danny Brown. That's for damn sure. You know?
Really?
I mean, it's more like everywhere else. You got your dope boy rappers, then you got your underground hip hop backpack type rap, and that's how Detroit is. And the world view, like you go to London, everybody would know the Detroit backpack stuff and J Dillas and Slum Village and stuff like that. And then, but in the hood, when you go back to Detroit, they listening to Cash Out Doughboys and Icewear Vezo.
So where did you build your core at? Like, was it Detroit? Yeah.
Just the internet, period. I think I'm bigger in London than I am anywhere else.
Got you.
So just the internet in general, just putting music up on the internet.
Now, you and Big Sean were feuding at one time.
I wouldn't say feuding.
Y'all throwing stabs back and forth.
I mean,
Now, what was that about?
It wasn't, he just took something I said the wrong way.
He was offended because he felt
He
like
was
he does a lot of
offended.
stuff in Detroit.
He
and
was
he was
offended.
like, I do a lot to
I
get
know,
back.
but
You said Sean don't do nothing for the city.
I didn't say that.
I know,
I
just
said
made
he's
that
not
up.
from. I said
He don't
I
be
said his
there.
music is not a representation of what Detroit is. Which
People
is
can
not.
say the same thing about you, though.
Exactly, that's the same
Yeah.
thing I said. Because basically what I was saying, that people listen to Cash Out Doughboys and stuff like that. That is the reputation of Detroit music right now. That's what people are into. And
Yeah.
he took it after me saying that he wasn't from Detroit. And he ain't giving out turkeys and he ain't Nino Brown.
Yeah.
So
When
I
he was
don't
here,
know.
he was like, my grandma lived at such and such street. And such and such.
I
My
mean-
mama and y'all cool now? Or?
Yeah, it's no big deal.
Is it
man.
weird for you working with
I could-
like Freddie Gibbs and Cash
Freddie Gibbs is the homie.
But then
Like
Cash
that's
Out
one of my
Doughboys
favorite
and
favorite
Freddie
rappers.
Gibbs
I ain't
have
got nothing to
beef
do with
each
that.
other?
You know how it is. I know Freddie Gibbs. I don't really know them.
Okay.
We from the same city. They cool. I like
So they
their
don't have
music.
no problem with you at all.
I don't have no problem with anybody.
Okay.
You can't. I live too good to have problems.
I'm just saying, is it something that crosses your mind? Because you see they have serious beef. Like I know he was saying they did something to his tour bus and all of that.
I ain't even know nothing about none of that. I've been in Europe. I don't know what's been going
There
on
you
in
go. That's
Detroit.
the attitude that Danny. I don't know nothing. I
I've
don't
been
know.
in
What you
I've
talking
been in
about?
Europe. I don't know what Detroit doing, man.
Do you live in Detroit still?
Yeah.
Why?
It's cheap.
Cheap.
Your grandma.
I live like a king,
You
man.
said your
What
grandma
mean?
owned like 5 houses coming up,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Y'all still
But-
got those cribs?
2 of them is like getting real messed up now, so I need to I'm helping out, trying to take care of that.
So you bought your own house, or you lived in one of the
I
cribs
still
your
live like
grandma
a condo.
had?
I got like a little condo in the suburbs. I'm trying to move out of there now.
Move where? To someplace else?
I'm trying to get further and further away from Detroit.
Got you.
Goodness gracious.
Go live where Eminem is. I heard Eminem got his own mile in
Yeah,
Detroit.
I know, man.
Now, I saw you doing an interview with MTV, and you said that you should never be a fanboy to your favorite artist, and you said you learned that because you have freaked some artists out that you were fans of.
Yeah, and it makes you feel bad.
Who'd you freak out?
One day I saw Too Short, and I'm like the ultimate like Too Short, like you know what I'm saying? Like I used to put Too Short on and go out and try to get girls. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
like my motivator. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I saw him we was in Hawaii, and I saw him like, oh, they go Too Short, and I met him a few times before that. So I was trying to go over there and kick it with him. Trying to get some stitches with him. Kick it. He act like he ain't know who the heck I was. Like, I just saw you at Rock the Bell. I was like, I'm Danny Brown. He just was like, yeah, whatever. And it was so funny because he was kicking it with some girls that just came to my show that I dissed. And he had them. I'm like, oh, you a tease? You got me hot.
You with these bitches?
You got me high.
Like, you got me hot. You dissing me and you with the leftovers. But it was cool, man.
Because you said you saw Outkast, but you didn't want to speak to him.
I mean, I said if I would see Outkast, I wouldn't. I
Oh,
would
yeah,
just
because
be so
you're
freaked
about
out.
to see them.
I mean, I guess I am. I'll be so freaked out, Like, I don't know. I guess I embarrass myself, man. They always look at me. I'm always drunk when you see me at stuff like that. And I just always say the wrong stuff. I make the room very awkward all the time. I realize that. So, best thing for me to do is just shut up.
But how could you make the room awkward other than be like, yo, Outkast, I'm a fan?
Because I go in, I don't know. I don't have no filter. As the kids would say, I have no chill.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I guess I say what I want. And when I'm drunk and that festival atmosphere, man, I do a lot of stupid stuff. But I have fun, though, so I don't care.
You speak like you're so old. You're 33.
Yeah, man.
I guess compared to your peers, though.
Yeah, man.
And
I feel
as long
like
as you've been doing music and everything, you probably feel like, woo.
I don't know. I feel wise, maybe. You know? I don't feel like, I don't know. If I couldn't be sitting here, I wouldn't be doing the same thing at 23 that I'm doing now. Like, at 23, I was way more reckless than I am now.
Who do you have your best conversations with in the game?
You mean as far as like other rapper homies?
Yeah.
Probably Ab-Soul. He's probably he can talk you into doing anything.
Yeah.
He's like the devil and the angel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he'll tell you all the right things. Then be like, you should start back drinking lean. Be like, what are you talking about? Like, it ain't that bad. I'm telling you, you love it. Like, come on, so chill. So he's the bad influence.
So what's next for you? What's next for Danny Brown?
Pretty much just right now. I just got to knock all these festivals out this summer, and and in the midst of that, just trying to figure out the next album. Like I say, I'm not like the other rappers make mixtapes every other month. I don't really feel like I got to try to keep myself relevant or whatever that means. My music is, the reason why I'm here, so I got to take my time with it. So I'll probably spend the next few years like I spent on that one, trying to make another album.
Did the album come out on Fool's Gold?
Yeah.
It was, because I know at one point you were going to leak it out. And
No, I was just talking junk. I was just
You're frustrated.
Yeah, because this was the first time, like, you got to think, like me being on the Indian, I was just releasing free projects. I didn't ever have to go through a sample clearance or any of that type of stuff. And when I finished this album, it just sat for like months. And I never had that. I would finish a project, it'd probably be out like in weeks,
You probably had a different mindset of what you thought an indie would be. You'd be like, I might as well be on a major.
Yeah, I started feeling like that too, because now at least you got the bigger budget to clear samples and do certain stuff. Like a lot of samples and stuff we couldn't clear, so we had to go back and get them replayed. And they actually came out way better than I expected, because usually when you do that, it's not really good. It doesn't sound the same. It loses its feel in some type of way, but we beat the case in certain ways,
Was ODB an influence in your life?
Yeah, it's a big influence. But I would say, and Wu-Tang, Ghostface is the biggest influence.
My favorite MC of all time.
I used to want to dress like Ghostface. And,
Me too.
just
I
try
got
to kick
robes
it.
made and everything.
I sniffed coke because of Ghostface.
I smoke coke with weed. I smoke coke with weed because of Ghost.
I just said, like, rap music is very influential. We would say that.
Has anybody from Wood stepped to you like, yo, you can't be calling yourself ODB? They serious about that.
They wasn't tripping on that. The only one I really got a relationship with, like, kicking with, is You God. As funny as that, because You God turned up with the Stitches. So every time I see
what
You
the hell
God,
does Stitches mean?
Bitches.
Oh, okay.
So You God turn up with the Stitches with me. You know what I'm saying? So I hang out with You God. He'll turn up.
You ever had an STD? ODB had a few STDs in his day.
I had crabs when I was in middle school.
Crabs? You are 33.
I don't even know how I got it, though, because I wasn't even fucking like that back then. You know what I'm saying?
Probably got it from a toilet.
I don't know what happened. I just know I was playing basketball, hooping with my friends, and I'm sweating, and I'm thinking maybe I'm sweating. Then I got to rubbing my ass on the banister, like, what is going on?
Banister.
And then I took a bath that night, and then I'm seeing the creepy crawlers.
You
I'm like,
saw them?
oh!
In the tub?
Yeah.
Who do you tell? Like,
You gotta go to your
gotta go to
mom's.
mom.
It was the worst conversation ever, I'm like, Moms, I think I got that.
man,
And
what
then
she
you
say?
have
Don't
to
sit on the couch.
Yeah, then she brought me the with the little comb, you know
And then
what I'm
you probably
saying?
have to change all your sheets and
Did all that. But they was messed up, because I wasn't even having sex like that then. So it freaked
It
me.
might have been from the locker room or something.
It scared me real bad.
Did you
don't
shave
just
all your
get
pubic
crabs
hair
from
off?
That's what niggas kept telling me to do. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, I just got this.
Yeah.
I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I'm happy this just came. What you mean cut this off? So I wrote it out with the comb.
I rolled it out with the phone.
Listen, you need to go harder backstage. If you've been rapping this long and the best STD you've ever gotten is crabs, you need to go harder, man.
No, man. I protect myself very well.
No, protect myself.
Goodness gracious.
And that's just the best way to go about that.
Danny Brown, ladies and gentlemen.
Danny Brown.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you for having me, man.
Make sure you pick up the album.
Oh.
That's right.
And you know what it is. It's The Breakfast Club. Danny Brown.
That's right.
Danny Brown.
That's right.
Danny Brown.